Hi Geometry, this is Unit 5, Lesson 4, page 539. So we have a rectangle that's 5 units by 2 units. You can see the 5 squares from A to B, and you can see the 2 squares from B to C, for instance. That's my 5 by 2 rectangle. And we know that the area of a rectangle is length times width, or base times height. So in this case, 5 times 2, or 10 square units, or you can write units with a little 2 exponent for units squared. So it says we're going to dilate rectangle ABCD from point A by a scale factor of 2. Calculate the area of the image. So we've done this before. So this is my center. A won't change, but B, C, and D are all going to be twice as far away. So B prime will be 5, the first 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. That's my B prime. D prime will be 2 and 2 more, double the distance away. And C prime is 5 squares over from D. So I'm going to go over 5 more squares from D, or up 2 more squares from B, and I get my C prime. Now everything is twice as far away from A. Let's create our rectangle. And it looks like this red rectangle is 10 units by 4 units. So the area for this one would be 10 by 4, or 40 square units. So let's see what it tells me to do next. It says dilate from point A again, but this time with a scale factor of 3, whereas before we dilated from point A with a scale factor of 2. So start back at A, that's not going to change, but now my D double prime is going to be 6, 2, 2, and 2, 6 squares away from A. My B double prime is going to be 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 squares away from A. And C, I'm going to go over another 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up another 2. And my C double prime is now also dilated away from my center A. And I have this green rectangle, which happens to be 6 by 15 units. So the area of that one is my 15 by 6, which would be 90 square units. In this activity, just from the last class, I want you to see how the area is changing. My new area, my image area, is equal to k squared times my original area. This is how my area changes. It changes by my scale factor squared. Let's look at that math, shall we? So for the red square, my scale factor, if k was 2, my scale factor was 2. So the area, the image area, the new area, is supposed to be 2 squared, or 4 times the original. So let's go take a look at it. Is 40 4 times my original of 10 units? Yep, it is. So now let's take a look at my larger green one. If k equals 3, the image area equals 3. K was 3. 3 squared, or 9 times the original area. So let's take a look at that. This 90 square units is indeed 9 times 10. This is my 9 times 10, and my 40 was my 4 times 10. So you can see that my area is not changing by the scale factor k, but by the scale factor squared. So let's take a look at other practice problems. I want to look at number 1. Here, it's really 5 problems. It says a rectangle with area 12 units. So this is my original area. is dilated by scale factor K. Find the area of the image. So remember, my image, length, width, perimeter, anything that has to do with distance is equal to K times the original, length, width, or perimeter. However, my image area is equal to K squared times the original area. So when I set this up, let's do the fraction 1/4. So when I set this up, my image area, that's what I'm trying to find, is equal to my K squared, so it's 1/4 squared, times my original area, which is 12. So grab out your calculator, do 1 divided by 4 and press equals. You should get 0.25. So on your calculator, you have 0.25. We're going to square that and multiply by 12. 0.25 squared is 0.0625 times 12, and we should get 0.75 units squared for our area. It makes sense that it's a number smaller than 12 because my scale factor of 1/4 should be reducing the size of my rectangle. It should be getting smaller. Let's go back up and look at A, where my scale factor is 2. It's getting twice as big. Well, my area is not going to be 24. My area is going to be something different because my area doesn't change by my scale factor. My image area equals 2 squared times 12, or in this case, 4 times 12, or 48 units squared. My area changes by my scale factor squared. Thank you.